Hello, here's the news at this hour from Tstv. I am Mobola Badekale. Here are some major headlines. Your government would overhaul security in public schools, says SUBEB chair. Russia threatens to respond to UK hostile sanction moves. Brazil Football League to resume August 9th. And now, the news in details. The Oyo State government has expressed concerns about porous security in public schools across the state, noting that challenges such as theft of furniture and destruction of facilities in schools would be brought on the front burner by the present administration. The executive chairman of Oyo State Universal Basic Education Board, Dr. Nureni Adeniro, said this today during inspection of some selected primary schools within Ibadan metropolis. Dr. Adeniro noted that the repositioning and transformation agenda of Governor Seyi Makinde-led administration in the education sector would also ensure the overhaul of security in the sector. The executive chairman, however, said the Seyi Makinde-led administration would leave no stone unturned in ensuring that lack of necessary facilities and teaching aids are made available at schools. Adeniro also expressed happiness about the adherence of teachers and students in the school visited to the strict COVID-19 protocols, which he observed was a good way to start. Oyo State Police Command has revealed that the annual celebration of secret cult groups popularly known as Aye and Eye on the 7th of July and 8th of August respectively could result in breakdown of law and order. The police command, in a statement signed by the police public relations officer in Oyo State, Fadeyi Olubenga, on behalf of the Commissioner of Police, stated that measures have been put in place to forestall this occurrence. The police also assured residents of the state to be at ease and move about with their daily business on these days because adequate security measures have been placed and to respond immediately to any security threat. The Commissioner of Police therefore warned any individuals or groups and also advised parents to sternly warn their children and wards who are bent on causing mayhem on the 7/7/2020 and 8/8/2020 to desist from such planned dastardly acts or change their ways and refrain from testing the will and capacity of the police and security agencies in Oyo State to respond adequately and deal decisively with any threat to peace and order in the state. The Minister of State for Education, Emeka Nwajiriba, has on Monday announced that the West African Senior School Certificate Exam, WAEC, has been scheduled to commence in August. Nwajiriba said this at the briefing of the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19 in Abuja. In his words, he said chairman of the PTF announced that school facilities will be available for those who want to go into revision classes. Those who can and those who are willing, the states who are willing should make their schools available for their children to revise. The minister added that the most that can be done with representatives at WAEC had been done, and then confirmed that the dates allotted for the exams will be from the 4th of August through the 5th of September. The federal government has approved 60% debt forgiveness for all debtor broadcast stations in the country to cushion the effect of COVID-19 in the industry. The Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, announced this on Monday in Abuja at a media briefing on the government's effort to institute financial sustainability among broadcast stations in the country. Mohammed noted that the broadcast industry had been particularly hard hit due to the falling revenue occasioned by the dwindling adverts and sponsored programs in the wake of the pandemic. It disclosed that many Nigerian radio and television stations remain indebted to the government to the tune of 7.8 billion naira, while many of them were faced with the reality that their licenses would not be renewed in view of their indebtedness. Mohammed, however, said the criterion for enjoying the debt forgiveness was for debtors stationed to pay 40% of the existing debt within the next 3 months. The minister said the government also approved that the existing license fee of broadcast stations be further discounted by 30% for all open terrestrial station and television services effective July 10. The federal government has expressed concern over the high rate of positive cases of coronavirus, especially among top government officials. The Secretary to the Government of the Federation, SGF, and Chairman, Presidential Task Force, PTF, on COVID-19, Mr. Bas Mustafa, raised this concern at the 49th Joint National Briefing of the Task Force on Monday in Abuja. According to Mustafa, this has a direct impact on governance and security of the nation. The SGF also said that as the nation progresses into the second phase of the East lockdown, the national response continues to escalate its level of vigilance and monitoring, especially as government eases restrictions in more sectors, including those with potentials for large gatherings and or interactions between groups of people. According to him, the PTF on Monday met with the heads of security and defense agencies to review and chart a refined course in view of the fact that COVID-19 is a global health, socio-economic, and security issues. And now to some foreign stories. Russia's President Vladimir Putin on Monday has threatened to retaliate after Britain and UK sanctioned a number of Russian officials for their alleged involvement in the death of lawyer Sergei Magnitsky. The Russian embassy in London said in a statement that the Russian side reserves the right to take retaliatory measures in connection with Britain's hostile decision. Under its first post-Brexit targeting of accused human rights violators, the UK sanctioned 25 Russian officials, including Alexandra Bastry-King, the head of the powerful investigative committee which reports directly to President Vladimir Putin. Russia has rejected the claims and convicted Magnitsky of fraud, putting him on trial posthumously. The United States government says foreign students will not be allowed to remain in the country if their institutions move classes fully online. In a statement on Monday, the United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement (ICE) said affected students would face immigration consequences, including deportation if they failed to comply. The ICE announcement was made after some universities, including Harvard, announced plans to move their lectures online due to the COVID-19 pandemic. ICE said in a statement that non-immigrant F1 and M1 students attending schools operating entirely online may not take a full online course load and remain in the United States. In its words, says United States Department of State will not issue visas to students enrolled in schools or programs that are fully online for the fall semester, nor will the United States Customs and Border Protection permit the student to enter the country. Active students currently in the United States enrolled in such programs must depart the country or take another measure, such as transferring to a school with in-person instruction, to remain in lawful status. If not, they may face immigration consequences. And in the exciting world of sport, the Brazilian Football Confederation set August 9th as the date for the resumption of the national championship, drawing opposition from regional authorities in the midst of the coronavirus pandemic. Only one state championship in Rio de Janeiro has so far resumed, and that has been beset by controversy, as the death toll in Brazil, the second highest in the world, has passed 65,000. The governor of Sao Paulo, João Doria, told a press conference on Monday that teams from the state would not participate in the national tournament until they have finished their regional championship, which has been frozen with 3 rounds to play since mid-March due to the pandemic. Austrian-born Nigerian midfielder Osarere Okubo has joined German Regionalliga Nord champions VfB Lübeck in a deal with the German side have described as a progressive addition. In a statement on the official website, the German Division 3 winners said Okubo joins them on a 1-year contract from Austrian Division 2 team Floridsdorfer AC, where he spent 18 months, distinguishing himself in the heart of the midfield. Okubo is expected to begin training with his new teammate at VfB Lübeck in mid-July. Osarere Okubo has previously starred for Austrian giant Rapid Vienna for 8 years between 2010 and 2018. He also played for St. Pölten, earning high marks for his disciplined defensive display. And with that, we come to the end of the news. Here is a recap of the major headlines. Oyo government would overhaul security in public schools, says SUBEB chair. Russia threatens to respond to UK hostile sanctions move. And finally, in the world of sport, you heard Brazil Football League set to resume August 9th. Please do not forget to always adhere to COVID-19 safety measures. Good day and thank you for watching. I am Mopola Badekalo.